Alrighty guys, so this is Your Not Boss again, and this is not me. You probably saw that on top of the screen. This is my good friend LilG, and you know how I've said in the past, and I think lots of people have said in the past, and have agreed, that there's some keys to this game that are a little more necessary than they have been before. The main one being Signal. Signal, I've always said, and most people have always said that it's, necessity of playing this game, because if you don't have it, you'll probably get cheated out of lots of deaths, etc., etc. Or, I'm sorry, not out of lots of deaths. You won't get cheated out of those, I assure you. You'll get cheated out of lots of kills, is what I meant to say. And this is my friend LilG, and he has 3 bars in this game. So, I've gotten proved wrong pretty easily in this game, because he flies through this entire game, and you saw that one death at the beginning. Before he got any kills, he died. And, that's like a huge shot to confidence. That is like, great. This is how this game's going to start off. This is probably how the game's going to end. Dying, dying, and more dying. Death everywhere. Fortunately, there was death everywhere, but it wasn't him. It was the enemies, who were, if I'm not mistaken, playing with their elbows. Now, I don't know what just happened there. I mean, this is in theater. I obviously didn't record this live, so he uploaded it to his vault, and I agreed to do a commentary over it. And here we go. So there's a few things I want to point out. One, he's using Specialist. Good way of getting a MOAB. Probably a good way to go, and I've actually been using Specialist a lot recently. I still seem to side with the support on easily getting the MOAB, but I don't know. I've been in the mood for Specialists. I didn't really felt like hitting the over arrow, I guess. I don't really know. So anyway, so I want to point out the way he plays this map, and the way I think he plays most maps, except for the exception of a few, like Dome is a little more difficult to do this on, and that was a pretty good cheat of death there. Which is he stays on the outside of the map. I try to stay on the outside of the map too, but the way I play is, especially when he's on this kind of kill streak, by about now, it would be like a, I lost count. I think he's on like 13 or 14, maybe 15, I don't know. But he's about 10 off. He has about 10 more kills. And he goes around the entire outside of the map without dying 3 times. But the only time he got into the middle was his very first 2 kills. After that, never went there. So, the playing style where you go in the map has a huge play in your score and the outcome of the game in general. But the number one thing is, if you have that playing style like he and I have, we stay on the outside of the map, but it doesn't work if you have somebody else going on the outside of the map also. It just ruins the entire thing, because the way the game has been designed, this is how it seems at least, and I'm sure everybody agrees, that the spawn system flat out sucks. And when you die, you spawn where there's the least number of enemies. That does not mean that there are no enemies there. That says the least number of enemies they consider to be the best spawn point. Sometimes there are better spawn points, but the game would disagree. So yeah, I mean, if you run around the outside of the map as one person, your odds of finding a spawn point are pretty freaking good. But if you're running around with 2 people, 3 people, all 6 people, it's just not going to happen. And, if all 6 people run around the outside of the map, all 6 people on the other team are running on the outside of the map, and it makes plucking 1 or 2 people off like that, and that was a perfect headshot, long shot, makes that a little more difficult. But, so when I play, I try to, if I'm going around the map like that and I see somebody else is doing the same kind of thing, I'll try to change my gameplay style, or I'll try to be on the opposite side of the map as them when they're on, the other side. But sometimes it's a little difficult. So anyways, the other thing is he's using a CM901 Suppress, which I believe to be his favorite assault rifle at this point. It's definitely one of his favorite guns in the game. That's probably in his top 3. So I'm not surprised to see him use that, and I'm not surprised to see him rape them with it and mow people down with his epicness. I don't even know how to describe this video in one word, except for MOAB. That's the only word I can think to describe it. So. Yeah, when I was actually over the shoulder of a friend of mine who was playing this with him. I wasn't at his house. I was at a different friend's house, and I was watching over his shoulder, and he was playing the game, and I saw this, and this is, well, I don't believe I know, this is his only MOAB that he's gotten, and I gotta say it's pretty impressive, because not only did he do it with 3 bars, not only did he do it in kill confirmed, or with specialists, which, you know, is not unusual, but I use support when I get mine for some reason. But he, ever since the beginning of the game, the moment that that match begins in, the moment that those 3 words disappeared with that 1, the moment that went away, he has not stopped moving. The only reason he has stopped was to drop shot, because, you know, rubbing your balls on the floor is just the way to go. But I don't understand how he does it. I'm at a loss of words with that, because when I play this game, and all of Call of Duty games actually, any Call of Duty game, I cannot run around like this. Like if I'm knifing on Modern Warfare 2, that's, you know, it's questionable. I usually run around enough there, but I'll even stop to heal every once in a while. He doesn't even stop. He just goes. Even when he was in red earlier, the only reason he stopped was to drop shot. I don't even think if he was not drop shotting that he would have stopped. I think he would have walked into the guy and gotten the kill anyway. But he has not stopped moving the entire map and the entire game. Prove me wrong on you require 4 bars to do well, because yeah, you knocked my score way out of there. Not only did he get a MOAB, he didn't die after he got the MOAB. He was still going. If nobody picked up tags, I suspect there would be 2 MOABs in that game. So yeah, the final kill goes to whoever this is, Gun 316 with the Scorpion Akimbos, which I'm actually thinking of putting on now. 31-1. 34-1, sorry. See you later.